Okay, have you heard of the Law of One? The Law of One it comes from a channeled work. What is a channeled? Someone who is a channel. Um, they are really good at telepathy and they get information from others via telepathy. The Law of One came via telepathy, a channeler, and it is supposed to be what the extraterrestrials use in place of perhaps religion. And there's all kinds of information there about different kinds of civilizations that are in different levels of consciousness. And what kind of level of consciousness are we in here on planet Earth? Most of us don't have telepathy, so I'm terribly sorry to tell you, but Earth is not an advanced civilization at all. In fact, we could use a hell of a lot of help, and that's why we get some of these channeled works to help us try and figure it out. Another good channeled work is A Course in Miracles. If you like to read big, thick books, Course in Miracles has some interesting ideas, but it's exceptionally long-winded. So I'm not going to recommend that. Do I recommend Law of One to you? No. No, because I'm a very smart person, and when I read Law of One, it's unclear. It's unclear, and so what does Law of One tell? I don't know. And I think that's even what the extraterrestrials want us to know is that at our levels of consciousness, we probably won't understand the Law of One. So, what do we have to do in order to understand the Law of One? I don't know. I don't know. I see on my on my feeds. Usually every day I see something from the Law of One, and I look at it and I try to get my head around it, and I don't have much luck. But and the same with Course in Miracles. It's way too long-winded. Basically, the Course in Miracles says you're having a nightmare, and the best thing you can do is to let go of being attached to the nightmare. How do you do that? Well, I mean, they always say forgiveness, but we don't even really understand forgiveness. It sounds almost like, the Pope of the Catholic Church saying, forgive people. What does it really mean to forgive someone? You still have a memory of the shitty thing they did to you. So, in the Bible, it says, Jesus says, forgive the others 77 times, 7 times. Why the 777, Jesus? What's the reference? Why that? Oh, it was an old thing, 2,000 years ago. That was just a saying that they said in ancient Aramaic or something. No one understands. Why do we use a 2,000-year-old book for wisdom? Is dumb. It's dumb. I'm sorry. I'm not going to recommend the Holy Bible either because it's full of garbage. It's full of horrible things being done to other horrible people. And, as far as the light of Jesus, no one understands it. If you read, it doesn't make too much sense. In today's day and age, I know it was a primitive society, agricultural, and no one really believes in these miracles. So, Thomas Jefferson took the Bible and he got out an X-Acto knife, which is a very sharp blade, and he cut out everything in the Bible that had to do with the sort of Jesus miracles. So what's left with that is a wisdom teaching for people who don't want to believe in supernatural things. If you want to believe in supernatural things, then you need a completely different book. You need Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda, which is all about supernatural things being a regular occurrence in India 150 years to 100 years ago, let's say. So, where does that leave all of us? Well, it all depends upon your calibrated level of consciousness on the scale of human consciousness. That's basically it. If you're low on the scale of human consciousness, then you probably don't see too much supernatural stuff, except if you've been drinking. And if you're medium on the scale of human consciousness, you probably still don't see anything supernatural, and you probably regret ever taking a look at anything supernatural because it's all phony baloney. And if you're relatively high on the scale of human consciousness, then you start getting synchronicities and deja vus and things that certainly seem supernatural. And you can remember back to a time when you didn't experience supernatural at all. And you wonder, does everyone see this or just me? And the answer is, it's a mixed bag. And people, no, a lot of times people see things and they're afraid to tell you because you're going to go, are you okay? Are you okay? Maybe you need some Prozac. So that's why a lot of people don't want to tell you some of the very weird things they've experienced because they don't want you to think that the other person is kooky. But they're not necessarily kooky. It's just what is normal? We were brainwashed to believe that you can be normal. It's a lie. It's a great lie. On a planet full of lies, that's one of the bigger lies, that there is such thing as normal. There is no such thing as normal. Normal for you? And normal for me? No. Why? Well, because normal for me today might be completely different tomorrow. And so I'm not going to say, acting normal, because that basically, plays into the hands of medical doctors that we call psychiatrists who are completely abnormal because they're all about telling other people that there's something wrong with them. When in truth, who has something wrong with them? Psychiatrists, because they're control freaks. And control freaks are a form of narcissism, which is also something that a psychiatrist will tell you. Are you a narcissist? Well, psychiatrists are narcissistic because they will prescribe you poison pills from big pharmaceutical companies because they can. And you can't get them without the psychiatrist. So why do you go there? Mostly because you've been brainwashed to believe that psychiatrists know anything at all. They don't. They don't even take basic psychiatry. They don't do any talk therapy. All they want to do is look at you, and then they're going to prescribe a pill. Psychiatrists should all have their medical licenses revoked, and all of them should be sent. I don't know what to do with psychiatry. What do you do with extreme control freaks and narcissists? It's very hard to wake them up because they're so heavily brainwashed. They believe their own bullshit and lies, and they believe that these stupid pills from big pharmaceutical companies are going to make people better. Does it? Well, it depends on your level of consciousness, because, there's the placebo effect of taking sugar pills and I feel better. What was that? Oh, it was an aspirin, extra strength. Oh, that's why I feel better. And then later on, after your headache's gone, someone says, oh, by the way, that was a sugar pill. It wasn't an extra strength Excedrin. Will your headache come back, or will you go, Why is it? It's because your level of consciousness really strongly affects the reality that you experience. Give me an example of things that are on. No, you just got to go on the internet and look up scale of human consciousness. There's all kinds of graphs, and then get busy. The t-shirt is all about California and endless summer, and I'm living in endless winter, nowhere near California. Poor me. Poor me is victimhood. Am I victimized by it all? Well, someone wants to say yes and no. Yes and no. Because I have to live with the external society being all fucked up, very low density, as the law of one people would say, and low consciousness. So you can't help but deal with people who are totally narcissistic and all about more money for my pocket at your expense. But, if you can stay away from these toxic people, then life isn't too bad at all. So, like I said, it's yes and no. And, avoid dark. Well, it's pretty hard because there's so many of them, salespeople, telemarketers calling right in the middle of my videos. So how do I survive? Well, I like to talk a lot. And no one wants to listen to me, so I talk to my phone because my phone will listen to me. And then I put them up and, no one looks at them. But it's fine because at least it gave me something to do. And the truth of the matter is, even if you're watching my video, you might not get anything out of it anyway. And if you do get something out of it, well, then usually your YouTube feed or something will hide me away for 12 months, and then you'll see me again. You go, oh, I should have subscribed to that guy. He was actually whatever description. But so is it the universe that brings my video to you? Depends on what your level of consciousness is. A lot of people's level of consciousness is that it's just Facebook algorithms or YouTube algorithms. It's all computers that decide whether I show up on your feed or not. And other people at a different level of consciousness will say, absolutely, it's the universe that brought you to me or took you away. I don't know. I mean, when I see 2 million people watching some, you can't get too concerned about the numbers of viewers that you have, because if you do, you're going to start throwing rocks at things because you're frustrated. No, you have to, if you are going to do this game and you don't have too many viewers, then you go, because the universe didn't really want me to put this out for anybody, and maybe 10 years from now someone will stumble across. I don't know. I'm not in charge of it, and I've let go of worrying about my numbers, but I always look. Anybody look at this one? Because if 2 million people are watching some replay of halftime of the Super Bowl, and I'm still stuck at 0 on one of my videos, do I really give a rat's ass? I do look. And I wonder, what really is going on with the collective minds of humans. And I always come back to they're incredibly stupid. They're stupider than monkeys. At least monkeys know they're monkeys. Humans pretend to be humans, but they have monkey minds. Nothing else I can tell you. Merci beaucoup.